Now my turn. This is the Family Showdown! Howdy folks, welcome back to my top 100 games of all time. We are in the second half, the top 50. Let's tease it a little bit. Let's give you some stats about the top 50 because I like stats. So here we go. Like I said last time, there's 5 games in this section of the top 50 that went up, but there's none in this top 10, this section of 10. There's 7 cheats left out of those 50.
Okay, now what are cheats again? Tell me what your cheats are.
I've only played them one time.
Okay, that's your cheat.
Of all the top 50, there's only one that I do not own. Wait, 2. There's 2 I do not own. There's 2 I do not own.
Oh.
And in the top 50, there's 31 new games.
That's a lot.
So 19 hanger-oners left in my top 50. So without further ado, let's get to my 50 to 41.
Woohoo!
Oh, and I cover them up over here so that Rebecca can't see them. So it's a surprise. So in this section, let's take a look at this 10. There is 8 new games. This is the new game section. Wow, that's pretty impressive. This is also the cheat section, apparently. There's 4 games only played one time.
But they must have made a pretty good impression, obviously, for that to happen, so.
Yes. So, this is a pretty crazy little section here. So, 8 new games, only 2 games from last year, and 4 cheats, and one of them I don't own.
Man, this is a mess. No,
wow. This section of 10 is crazy, so let's get started.
That tells you just how good the new games have been, though. The
last couple of years are started.
Amazing.
So my number 50 is Danboo.
Wow. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me too much, because this one's so much fun.
Yeah, I really like this game. It's we like it so much we got the expansion for it. It is in this box. And this is just a little, I guess, almost worker placement-ish. You move your workers around on the board. They kind of travel around. They go different areas, and then they take the actions of those areas. And the goal of the game is to collect a certain number of rubies. And there's many different ways you can collect rubies. So
you like to gamble.
I do like the gambling. But yeah, it's just a cool little. I guess it's a worker placement. You're not really placing your workers; you're moving your workers around. I guess that's basically the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's a
worker
cool
traveling.
And one other thing I like about it is the board is a series of tiles, and you can randomize where those tiles are. So every time you kind of got to judge how the board is set up, and go, okay, what's my strategy for this game? You can't use the same strategy from game to game because the position of those tiles may be farther apart or closer together. So you got to kind of trick up what you're doing from game to game if you randomize your tiles. You can do a basic setup and not randomize them. But there you go. My number 50, a new game to the list. I didn't say that, but it is a new game.
It is a new game.
It is a new
Definitely
game to the list. It's Danboo.
That one's a good one, yeah.
All right.
There's a reason that one Kennerspiel. That's good.
So my number 49 is one of the hanger-oners.
Ooh, okay.
My number 45 was number 25 last year, so it dropped 24 places, but it hung on.
That's not that bad. That's not that bad.
No, it hung on, and it's one of our favorites, and that game is Whitson Wager.
Yes.
This is just trivia made fun.
Yeah. No, it is, and you can play with any number of players, any kind of players, gamers, non-gamers, whatever, and it's fun. I mean, Katie even plays this and had a ball, and she didn't really know hardly anything about what the trivia was about or anything. But it's just the laying down a guess and betting, and it's so much fun.
It's another one of those trivia games where you don't necessarily need to know the answer. You need to know who on the table does know the answer, or you kind of judge.
Or just play the odds.
Yeah, so when you all the answers are numerical. When you answer, you order the numbers from highest to lowest, and then you have chips that you bet, just like basically like poker. You bet on the different answers, and they have different payouts based on how far they are from the middle answer. So the middle answer is usually, I think, 2-1, and then everything else is
more and more.
The odds are increased as the further you get from the midpoint. The assumption is the midpoint is probably pretty close to the right answer, right? That's the assumption. It never works out that way.
Which is awesome.
It always seems like it's the outliers that end up being the right answer. So this one, we actually tricked it up, and it's really only designed to play a certain number. Is this one we tricked up? No, this isn't the one we tricked up.
No, we didn't trick this one up because this plays 4 to 20.
Yeah, but that's in teams. That's in teams, though.
That's true.
I thought did we try to trick it up for more players?
I don't remember. We've done...
No, we did put
poker
chips in
and
it.
we added our own markers because we've already long since killed the poor little markers.
Yeah, what's funny about this game is that we bought this so long ago that it's out of date, basically. We bought this in like 2000...
I don't remember. These questions are like 2006.
Yeah, so
I think we bought it like
every time we ask a question, we gotta say...
According to 2006.
In 2006, it was this, and it's interesting to see how things have changed in the 10 years.
So we need to
update our questions, but they're coming out with a geeky version or something soon, so we may grab that one up.
We should be grabbing.
So there is my number 49.
Yes.
Whitson Wagers.
Very good choice.
So my number 48 is a new game to the list. Like I said, there is 8 new games this time around, and this is a cheat. We've only played it one time, but I know we're going to play it some more because I really like San Juan.
Oh, yeah.
San Juan is an amazing little card game. Basically,
it's fun.
Basically, it's if you took Puerto Rico, if you played that, and took Race for the Galaxy, and slammed them together and made a game. This is what San Juan, what it would end up being. It's just a really cool card game where you just like in Puerto Rico you choose what action you want to take for the turn, and then you get like a more powerful action. And
that's for the Galaxy, but
no, this one does it too.
No, okay.
Yeah, this one does it too. So basically, you take a more powerful action, and everyone else takes a lesser action. Mm-hmm. So that's where the kind of the race for the Galaxy comes from. And then it also has all the Puerto Rico of the selling sugar and coffee.
Yeah, you have all these commodities and stuff that you're selling.
And this is the second edition, and it comes with the expansion in the box. So I don't know if we haven't. Obviously, we've only played it once. We haven't played with the expansion, but it sold it. It says on the back, it says a great 2-player game. So that's my number 48. A new game to the list. San Juan.
Good choice.
All right, so let's continue on.
Even if it was a cheat.
It was a cheat, but we were definitely going to play it. We just recently got
Yeah, we just recently played it for the first time, too.
So my number 47 is also a new game to the list. Like I said, 8 out of 10, so a lot of new games this time around. And this is a Civ game you can play in less than an hour.
Oh.
And that game is Deus. Deus. It's a really cool Civ game. That's basically it's a card game / Civ game. It's really got a beautiful little board that you randomize.
Yeah, that's fun.
And you build out. You pick a spot where you start your civilization. You kind of expand out, and eventually you run into other people and have to fight over land and stuff like that. And it's just a really cool, really kind of light, easy to play Civ game.
Yeah, I like the way the uses that the cards have and things like that. I really
basically,
it's neat.
When you put down a card, you get the power of it, and then when you put down another card of that, I guess that type, they chain. So you get that power and then the power under it, and then you put down another card, you get all the powers again, and you put down another card, you get all the powers again. So
I love it.
It's a really good card mechanism. Mm-hmm. We got this one at the Ding and Dent.
Yeah, it's on the. I saw it when you were holding it up.
Yeah, right here at the Dice Tower Con. So it got a little smashed up corner here.
Totally worth it.
But anyway, so a great. I would almost call this an introductory kind of light Civ game that.
Yeah, it kind of is a Civ game. Yeah, because you're developing different parts of the.
Yeah, you expand out and you build things and all kinds of stuff.
Civ game.
There you go.
Awesome game. That's
my number 47, right? 47? You're supposed to be helping with this. 47. Deus. Did she?
I'm just counting for you.
Did she? She did that.
I did it.
All right. So my number 46 is the other not new game.
Okay.
And it was my 27 last year. and this will be much higher on someone else's top 100 when
Hey,
we get around to it.
Hello, what is this?
And that game is
Obviously a good game.
Roll for the Galaxy.
This low? No, this is such a
Roll
good
for the Galaxy. So this is basically, if you've watched some of our, I guess it was our sci-fi top 10, this basically replaced Race for the Galaxy for me. It's just easier to play, easier to get into. You have dice. You basically draft dice. It just took Race for the Galaxy and made it into a game that's more in my wheelhouse, right? Because I love dice games. I love dice drafting games. But it still has that Race for the Galaxy feel to it, of building your little civilization, your little worlds or whatever, and comboing them off of each other and finding cool combos and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, that's one of those games too that I rarely, I'm not a huge expansion person, but this one, oh my gosh, the expansion for this Ambitions made the game even cooler, which I didn't think was possible.
Yeah, Ambition is in the box.
Yes.
Let's see if I can show you this.
Oh yeah, because we had the broken token insert too, which is also very cool because you have so many
here
chips
is
and tiles and dice. But Ambition has also orange.
Yeah, so there is our broken token Race for the Galaxy.
This is the way to go.
Or Roll for the Galaxy, my bad.
Yeah, this is such a good. Oh my gosh,
I love
that insert.
I love the smell of the broken token inserts.
Yeah,
it's like campfire.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. My number.
46?
46. Look at that. Roll for the Galaxy. Just like I said, a great sci-fi themed dice rolling fun game. Race for the Galaxy killer.
Oh, it is not a killer. Why do you say these things? Blasphemy.
All right. So since we have the two what I call them hanger-oners done, the last
are all new.
The last 5 are all new, and there's 3 cheats and 1 double cheat left.
Double cheat? What's a double cheat?
I don't own the game.
Oh my gosh!
Not really a cheat, but we'll call it.
I don't know.
Call it a double cheat. Speaking of double cheats, here it is. My number 45 is a new game to the list, and this is a game I played at a little. There's a local area. I guess it's a convention thing. They have DFW Nerd Night does a Thursday night gaming session once a month, and I went there one time and I ran into some friends. It was so weird, and we ended up playing Steam.
Oh wow!
So Steam
liked Steam.
Yeah, Steam was really good. I mean, I've considered buying it. I don't know. I just don't know how much it doesn't play. I don't think it would play very well 2-player. And it's heavy, so it was kind of like a.
It'd be hard to get for us to play.
To get the third person to play it. But anyway, so Steam is a railroad game, kind of a heavier-ish. It's a pick-up deliver. Basically, you start in an area, you build out, you build tracks for your railroads, and then you pick up goods and deliver them. Like each little city has what they're looking to buy. Okay. And so you have to build tracks between them, and then you have to deliver the cube. The different colors cubes represent different types of goods that you want to deliver to that city. So it's a railroad theme pick-up deliver game, and it has a cool thing where at the start of each turn you kind of draft what you want to do that turn. So it's and one of the things you can draft is to be able to draft first next turn. So you draft the actions you want to take for that turn. So it's got a lot of interesting things going on with it, but it's a fairly kind of heavy-ish game. But I really enjoyed it. I had a blast playing it, and I think part of it was that I ran into some friends, and we got to play together, and it was just a really cool experience. So anyway, Steam. I know there's like a bazillion versions of this game now, but the one I played was just Steam. So there you go. My number, 45. A new game to the list. Like I said, all the rest of these are new games.
Yep.
So my number
44.
Yeah, 44.
Oh my gosh.
My number 44 is a cheat. We've only played this once, and we played this at Dice Tower Con. And what's funny is we did we buy it first, or did we? I don't remember. Anyway, my number 44 is El Grande.
No, we played it first.
We played it first, and then I at the Dice Tower auction.
The next day.
Tom Bassel was selling his original like first edition version with like a ton of expansions.
Oh my gosh, this thing's chock full of
for a bargain. And I know there's a new big box version that just came out, but it's kind of cool to have the original first edition '96 version.
And it's Tom's.
It was played by Tom.
Oh.
So anyway, El Grande is like it's just worker.
That was fun.
Yeah, it's a
worker placement, but area control area control.
It's not worker placement. It's area control game. It's basically a solid basic
that tower,
and it has a little tower that you drop cubes in.
If you play this late at night, you're going to be dropping cubes and going, I don't even remember.
So it's so funny. So yeah, actually, you can put cubes in places, then you can drop some in the tower, and then the majority of the tower gets gets points for that as well. So you put cubes in there, and in the end, you're like, I think I have 3 cubes in there, and you pick it up, and you got like 7, and they're like, what? Or you lift it up, and you don't have any. It's just so weird. I guess it maybe is a sign of old age. But anyway. This is a area control game. That's all it is, and basically you draft cards, and you have to make a choice. Do you draft a more powerful card, but then you get to put less of your little cubes down, or do you get a weaker card and been able to put more cubes down? So there's ways to move the cubes between areas and block off an area so no one can go there. And the little king guy, I think that's the king, when he's on a place, you can't put cubes there, and you can't move cubes in there, so you can move him around. It's just all kinds of... It's just a really solid area control game.
This was one of those games that, to me, was probably one of the biggest surprises of a game, because I didn't expect it to be as fun as it is. It looked kind of boring, because sometimes area control, I'm like, whatever. But this one was a riot. It was really fun to play. There's so many different things. Yeah, like you said, if you wanted to get a card where you can place more people, it probably doesn't have as great of abilities, but the ones that have great abilities, oh my goodness.
And there's all kinds of expansions that we haven't even touched yet. Like I said, it's a cheat. We've only played it at Dice Tower. We haven't played it since I brought it home. I really want to get it at the table again, but there's all kinds of expansions.
That's going to be great.
I think you get, they're different country. I don't know. Anyway, there's a ton of expansions.
Yeah, I was going to say, the back of the box is all in German, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, this is the German version of the game. This is like the original El Grande. So there it is, my number... 44, El Grande, a new one to the list. Next one is another cheat. And this one, I think this game, if I can get it to the table, will rocket up my list, because this is my kind of game. Because if you haven't noticed watching our channel, I kind of like to ham it up occasionally.
Oh, no.
So my number 43 is... Time's Up! Title Recall.
This game is awesome.
We've only played it once. I fell in love with this game watching the Dice Tower guys playing this during their live plays. It was just hilarious, and we cracked this out with her parents.
Oh my gosh, it was awesome.
And I was just my sides were sore from laughing by the time we were done with it. This game is just hilarious. Basically, it's kind of charades, but basically you start at the beginning. You can I think you can talk. You can act things out. You can make sounds, but you obviously can't say the words that are on the card or anything.
It's like Taboo,
right?
Sort of at the first round.
And then the next round you can only make sounds and gestures. And then the third round you can only make gestures.
Yes, so you're losing your ability to communicate as you progress. And
you're
watching.
I think we're doing the Dice Tower version. Anyway, you can say anything, and then one word clue, and then you can only get
one word.
You only get one word. Is all you get.
Yeah, it is so funny because you start.
You're not supposed to make sounds at all, but it's fun if you make sounds.
It's more fun to make sounds. Whatever. House rule.
Yeah. But anyway, this is a hilarious party game, and like I said, I think this one has the potential to rocket up my list because this is right up my alley because I do like to act goofy.
Well, and it's just fun to pick up on the stuff that other people are screwing up on, and you're like, that's going to be my clue for next time.
Yeah.
So, there's just so many things going on.
And it's hilarious when the other person you're trying to give the clue to has no
idea what it is.
And you know there's no chance of them ever getting it. It's just hilarious. And you can't pass the first round. So.
Yeah, so you just keep struggling on.
There you go. My number 43, Time's Up. Title Recall. That's the last cheat for this round. Now we got 2 non-cheats. So my number 42 may have been higher on my list, but I got trounced at this game. It kind of broke my heart.
Did it? Is it?
That's Pitch Car.
I thought it was.
This is a family favorite. The girls love to play Pitch Car. This is just a...
Katie schools us in it.
Yeah, Katie is really good at this. If she ever goes to Dice Tower, I think she's got... Dice Tower Con, I think she's got a pretty good chance at winning the World Championship. She is good. She is a shark at this game.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's pretty good.
But anyway, it's just a dexterity racing game where you're flicking a disc around the track. I guess it'd be better to show this side. Flicking discs around the track, and you can build all kinds of tracks. Like they give you a little sheet that shows you all these different tracks you can build in.
I think Tom just even was talking about they made some new ones recently where there's like holes on the track and
there's
crazy
a brand
stuff
new extension 6 that came out. We have the base game and we have the first extension over here.
Okay.
It has a little ramp.
The
ramp and a bridge.
Bridge thing. That's cool. That's pretty fun.
But anyway, if you guys have, if you watch our channel, you know. But at the World Championships, I finished dead last. It was hilarious, and people cheering me on was pretty
Whatever,
cool.
you were the crowd favorite by far.
It
was ridiculous.
I was the crowd favorite.
It was just pure.
But I finished dead last, and someone next to me won 3rd place. She's third
in the world.
Best in the world.
And that is so ironic on so many levels because our 5-year-old now, our 5-year-old can beat me at this game.
Yeah,
so
Nessa comes in 3rd probably more than she does when we play as a family.
It's so amazing.
I usually come in 2nd.
Yes,
I'm a pretty solid 2nd place.
Yes, you are.
But anyway, there it is. My number 42, an amazing. It's a little.
Yeah, I feel like dexterity.
It's a little expensive and it takes a lot of table space, but it is
totally
just fun in a box, and it plays a ton of people.
Well, you could make it feasibly do more. All you need are the more cars.
More discs.
Really, you just need to do that. Yep. I mean, when they do the World Championships, there were 30 of us.
Yeah, there's a ton.
It's crazy. So yeah, you can totally make this work.
There you go. My number 42, an awesome racing dexterity flicky fun game.
That should be higher on my list.
I don't know. Maybe it will be. All right. So the last one for this time around is a small game. Oh wait, excuse me. A big game in a small box. My number 41 is Artefacts Inc.
Oh, that's such a good game.
I love Artefacts Inc. This is a really cool dice placement game where you build out a tableau and you roll dice and you try to make the most most victory points.
That's a lot of fun.
And it's just it comes in a small little tiny little box, but when you put it on the table, it spreads out pretty big, and
there's a lot to do in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of choices, a lot of different paths to victory, different things you can do. Yeah. It's just a fun little light, casual dice rolling game.
Yep, Sam and Z introduced this one to us too, and it took us a while to get it.
Finally, yeah, I kind of towards the end I kind of started clicking for me, but they were already way ahead. But I think I can give them a run for the money now in this game.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, you got it figured out for sure. It's a lot of fun.
It's just a fun little game, and it's if you like dice rolling, it's kind of a dice placement game, but
because it depends on what you roll to where you can go, because certain places require certain rolls,
and you can buy cards that modify your dice rolls and things like that.
Which is why I like it, because you can modify it and end up doing anything you want. It's so much fun.
So basically, the concept is you're, I guess, an explorer, archaeologist, and you're digging up artifacts, and you sell them to museums. That's one way you can do it. You also can go diving and get sunken artifacts and go
Those
that
stack
route.
Up really well. Too.
You also buy cards that give you bonuses at the end. So there's lots of different ways that you can play.
Plays awesome 2-player and 4-player.
Yep.
So
it's just a great little, and it's really inexpensive. It's like I said, it's a big game in a small little box.
Yeah, if you're looking for a good 2 to 4 player, that's a good go-to.
So that's my number 41, Artefacts Inc. The last one for this time around. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.